Thanks, Revati. Pleasure being here.
Have you been busy of recent though?
I mean, I've been busy, ever since this whole musical thing started. My musical journey started about 30 years back.
Oh my, okay.
Life has been really kind and busy. Yeah,
Okay, all
yeah,
right, okay.
yeah.
So, it's you not only singing, of recent I've seen you do a lot of reality TV shows, whether it was Sarigama Pow, whether it was Etal Super Singer for that matter. I'm sure it's a blessing to be able to, see all these kids try to be in a competition and want to be small Mr. Srinivas.
No, that I don't know, but I think they're all very, very talented kids. And, today there is a platform for anybody to come and, this is the exact thing that I was mentioning in a recent shoot about a couple of days back on Z Tamil Sarigamapa,
Uh-huh.
where I told a particular contestant that, he he his name is Jeevan and he sang Rasati, and
Okay.
it just reached the entire Tamil world in a jiffy. And
Mm-hmm.
I got calls from all over the place saying that, when I come for a show, you should bring him. So what I told them was,
Yeah.
uh, earlier it was a struggle to just go and meet music directors. It was difficult to approach people and show them that you can sing and all that. But today, you just need one great performance on a reality show, and you are communicating with the entire Tamil world.
No,
And
definitely.
that's a great
We
thing.
don't
Yeah,
realize the power of these reality shows and
yeah,
the
yeah,
amount of talent that it brings and opportunities. I think
yeah,
what I've seen is youngsters that do win or just, participate for that matter. Some of them are getting an opportunity to work with music directors, which is great.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Absolutely,
yeah, no,
absolutely.
definitely.
It's a great thing.
I know, it's an
Great to be
opportunity.
in music itself.
Yeah.
For me, I would say, if you're able to appreciate music, that's a great thing.
Mm.
You're blessed. If you are able to sing, you're even more blessed. If able to sing or perform an instrument really well,
Hmm.
then that's
Yeah.
even more of a blessing. And then once you have, like in my case, I've sung so many songs, and I consider myself the luckiest person. So
You are very lucky,
yeah,
sir, to have the voice that God has given you and to give us the songs that you've given us. I think we are blessed to have you, that we must say. Also, music is universal. I think, irrespective of the language, anyone for that
yeah,
matter can appreciate. And that is why we
yeah.
appreciate, even if it's a Tamil song, it's a Telugu song, a Malayalam song, it's appreciated, irrespective of whether you understand the language or not.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I understand a few languages, so it's okay. I'm even more lucky that way. The
Okay.
languages that you mentioned, Hindi also. So, yeah,
Okay, it's easy for you.
it's a
Now, you're not only a singer. You've told me as well that you also compose music, and not a lot of your fans know this here in South Africa. So, how many? When did you think of coming into composing music, for that matter? Was it for movies or just videos that you did?
see earlier when I was I came to music from a different profession,
Uh-huh.
and that's when A.R. Rahman burst into the scene, and when I met him, and I said, "Yeah, I must not
Yeah.
let go of an opportunity to work with him," and that's how my musical journey started. At
Okay.
that point of time, I thought, okay, maybe I'll sing some 4, 5 songs and go back to my earlier profession. But of course, once this is an addiction. If being in the studios and listening to music, and I was with A.R. Rahman in a studio in his peak. Now also it's still the peak is still not over
No, it
after
hasn't.
30 years for him, but
Mm.
still in his what is that? Maybe at his peakest, you can say. There's no word like that, but so in the 90s to early 2000s, I
Mm.
was there practically in the studio, and it just fascinated me the way he was recording, way his methodology of creating music. It was so fresh, and
Mhm.
it's it his approach was spontaneity for everything. Every moment,
Mm.
try and be creative. So that is a style.
Mm. No,
So I just
definitely.
loved it, and for someone who thought who'll just sing a few songs and go away, I thought, okay, this is nice. Let's also try our hand in composing. And
Okay.
that's how I started composing. And it's for my friend Praveen Mani that I composed first for an album that we did
Okay.
in Hindi and Tamil, A Dunya Sabki and Parve. It's around 1999
Mm-hmm.
when Praveen and I hooked up, Praveen Mani, and that's how we started. That's Praveen said, I'm not going to compose tunes. That you have to do. So I was forced to compose that for that album. So I
Okay.
composed, and then later on I loved it, and I thought it's okay. I started. That's how the journey of composing also started.
Mm-hmm.
I did some Malayalam films. I did Eni Rombaragarka, one song that Ini nanum nanillai
I know that one.
iyalbaga yenillai solladi solladi. That song I did
Beautiful.
a composition for, and a few Tamil films
Mm.
which never saw the light of day. But
Okay.
I was so happy to compose
No, it. I'm sure.
Malayalam too. Yeah,
I'm sure
yeah,
you
yeah.
have been.
And then I had jingles for
Uh-huh.
Rajiv Menon, who became a friend later on, and so
Okay.
and so many others. So it goes, it keeps going. So
No,
whenever
thing is.
somebody asks me to compose, I composed for a Sun TV serial title song Edir Neechal recently,
Okay.
which my daughter Sharnya sang, and so
Okay.
keeps going.
So the family is also in music. You've got a daughter that sings.
My daughter, first daughter, is into music, Sharnya.
Okay.
She's sung in a few film albums as well, in
Mm-hmm.
Mersal and Garata Kalyanam and some others. So
Okay. I
she
think.
does a lot of shows with me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen
And
her wedding pics. Absolutely beautiful.
oh, thank you.
All
My
right.
second daughter is a corporate person, and
Okay.
in fact, last month I think she was in Cape Town. She had Joburg and Cape Town. She had come on an official visit. So
Okay,
yeah,
interesting. Okay, so it's a
yeah,
small world. We've got your family
yeah.
here in South Africa. Feels good to know.
No, I think she's back. She's back.
She's
Yeah.
back. Okay, great. Now, we can talk about the fact that you've sung about 2,000 songs and stuff, but I'd like to know, let's rewind a little. How did this musical journey start? At what age did you realize that, I've got a love for music, I'm going to be learning music? How did the whole thing start? Before 30 years ago?
See, I don't. 30 years back, my professional career started. 28 to be precise.
Okay.
Uh, but from the beginning, I think I was turned on by music,
Mm-hmm.
and that was probably the only thing that really got me excited. Uh, Apparently, I mean, don't take me wrong, and uh, I'm not saying anything immodest that
No, no,
way.
yeah.
So apparently, as a child, when I was 1 year old, when there used to be the bhajanai group, the
Yes,
devotional songs they sing
yes,
early
yes.
morning at
Mm,
in December at 4:30, 5 o'clock. They go around the streets singing
mm-hmm.
these bhajans. And apparently, I used to wake up my uncles and said I have to go with them. So I have to go along with the bhajanai group. And so I guess, and I'm certain at that point of time, definitely I didn't know what God was. So it was only the music that attracted me.
Mm,
So I guess, so from that age, I'm certain that, music was the one which is, of course, we had to do so many other things to make a living.
mm.
And then once I did all that, I studied and I did chemical engineering, and I was working.
Wow, okay.
But then I thought, okay, when I heard A.R. Rahman, I said, this is it. Let me try my luck.
Okay.
And he also was very encouraging. That's how my professional career started.
Okay, all right. And I'm sure it must have been a journey, but even your devotional music, so, we've listened to it here in the country, and I've got my favorites as well. They're very beautiful. Thank you for those albums that you've created on a devotional front. But I'm sure it wasn't easy for you to stay in the industry with all the competition, hey?
You don't look at it as competition, no.
Okay, all right.
If I had looked at it as competition, I don't think I would have put on singers like Karthik or Chinmay or so many others
Correct.
onto Rahman.
Mm.
Uh, so I don't look at anything as competition because you are born with a gift, and if somebody else is also born with that gift, I think he'll have his space. I'll have my space.
That's it.
That's it.
100%. I
I
love the way
don't,
you think.
and I don't think you need to sing every song in this world
No.
for yourself.
Whatever comes
I
your
think
way, you just
it
enjoy
becomes,
it. Yeah.
yeah, that is it. That
That's
is
it.
all.
No, definitely. But you've sung in many languages. How many were they, and which one did you sing in a mostly? Was it in Tamil? Was it in Telugu?
I think it was Tamil,
Mm.
followed by Telugu, then Malayalam,
Mm-hmm.
Kannada, and some in Hindi. Of course,
Okay.
Hindi also.
All
Yeah,
right. Now,
30 or something in Hindi.
30 in
Yeah.
Hindi. Okay, all right. So you've had an array of different languages that you've sung in. Now, with the Tamil songs, which one, if possible, do you know which one's your favorite, the one that you've sung?
I shouldn't be having favorites amongst my own,
Okay.
seriously.
Okay.
But if you were to pick my wife's favorite, it
Uh-huh.
is uh, maybe அழகே சுகமா உன் கோபங்கள் சுகமா கண்ணே சுகமா சுகமா உன் கண்ணீர் சுகமா சுகமா. This is from Partale Parvasam. This is
Yes.
her favorite.
That's her favorite.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting to know. Now, one thing we have to ask you is how did it feel receiving the Tamil Nadu State Film Award for Best Male Playback for Minsara Pove? I'm sure that must have been a very proud moment for yourself.
Uh, See, these awards actually they encourage you to do, you feel happy receiving awards. There's no doubt about that.
True.
You do feel happy. It's not about you being the best, but somebody has chosen you and you are grateful for that. In the case of the Tamil Nadus, I won it twice.
Okay.
The first one was for Padayappa,
Mm-hmm.
Tamil Nadu state. That was why it's special for me is one thing is it's because of I sang for superstar Rajnikant
Definitely.
and A.R. Rahman's music, Vairamuthu's lyrics, and K.S. Ravi Kumar's direction. So it was and superstar Rajnikant.
Mm.
So it can't get bigger.
It can't get bigger
So
here.
so I was so lucky to sing that song, but beyond and I won the state award. That's a big thing, but beyond that, the person in the jury who chose me for that award was the the absolutely great M.S.V. sir.
Oh,
So
yes.
M.S. Vishwanathan. So he is the biggest legend as far as Tamil film composers go. For me, he is the greatest tune maker in Tamil film music for me. And as a human being, he didn't think beyond music. He was all music. I've met him so many times, and so when I heard that he is the one who said, "அந்த பையனுக்கு கொடுங்க, give it to Strinivas."
Yeah, yeah.
So I was so moved by that, So okay, so
You
it's
were
an
considered by
award which is
someone.
worth it.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
were considered by someone as great as that's. So it must have been a good
as
good
great,
feeling.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm sure. But with the current songs that have been coming out now, with the new music directors, are you taking to those, or you still prefer your melodies of Ilayaraja sir's days and those days?
I always I've grown up listening to R.D. Burman, M.S. Vishwanathan, Ilayaraja, and then of course Rahman. I was also part of it, so uh, I'm partial to those
Okay.
that kind of music. But I enjoy the Dapangutus of Anirudh. To be frank, I love
Myself.
his. I love the energy of Anirudh. That the way he does it, and there are so many youngsters who are doing so well. So things will change. You have to accept change. Change is the only constant. So where you were there yesterday, somebody else will be there today, and tomorrow he will be gone and somebody else will take his place. That is these things. This will happen. This
Correct.
is life,
That's true.
and you accept
You
it.
need to know
You
that
accept it. That's
you
it.
know you can be replaced, but at the same time, the bigger picture is that the music continues, irrespective of which singer is
Yes,
doing it.
absolutely, absolutely. It is the
Definitely.
music that matters.
That's it. That's
Whatever
it.
you
Yes,
say,
music that
yeah.
matters. Now, this is
And
some.
people don't matter. Actually, people don't. We are talking about so many people,
Yeah, yeah.
but the people really don't matter. But what they have left behind, what matters. That's
That's
what
correct.
matters.
What mark have they made in this world for to change the lives of people for the better? I mean, in your era, in
Yeah.
your singing that you are doing, you have changed people's lives. Whether it was beautiful love tunes that you've given us, some of the beautiful songs that you've given us, that will stay with us forever. For example, SPB
Thank you.
sir, he has
Oh
sung.
yeah.
He's a legend on his own, but that's his mark. And then you get the other singers that are now singing. So everybody leaves their mark in this world, and that's what's important.
Yeah, absolutely. I,
Yeah.
I I agree.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
Now, I usually do this with all the singers. Is if you could describe this person in one word, what word would that be? I've got three singers, and then I've got three music directors. If we had to start with the singers in one word, how would you describe singer Karthik?
Youthful energy.
Is it? I
Yeah.
agree. He's also one of my favorites. One that's making waves right now, Sid Sriram.
He is a he's a different energy
Very different.
altogether. He's quite a genius, actually. You can use the word genius for Sriraam.
No, definitely. And Chitra ma'am.
Perfection, the height of perfection.
Definitely. I have to agree with that. Now, with the three music directors, first is Anirudh. What's the one word?
Youthful energy again.
He's
The
definitely
same thing
youthful
that I,
energy. A.R. Rahman,
yeah.
sir.
Beyond a genius.
Beyond. And Ilayaraja, sir.
Raja sir is again, is a jnani.
Mm.
Beyond that, what do you want? He is, he say, he's
He's got the
music,
title himself, eh? Now, if you were
music.
definitely, if you were given the opportunity to come to South Africa, would you like to?
Of course, I mean, who would like to perform to, uh, the people in South Africa? I'm waiting.
No,
I hope
definitely.
somebody is listening.
Yes, we are hoping
Yeah,
that someone is listening,
definitely.
and we can definitely bring you down.
Yeah.
Now, with saying that, many of your songs here on Southside FM are played on a daily basis, and we absolutely enjoy it, irrespective of whether it's Tamil or Telugu. If you For those fans that listen and love your music, what's your message to them here in South Africa?
Keep listening to great music. Keep listening to music because music is something that will make you forget yourself. Yourself means your worries.
Mm,
Only when you think of yourself, you have worries. If you don't think of the self, there are no worries. And music helps you do that.
correct. It
So keep
takes you,
listening to music.
yeah,
Yeah.
it takes you to another level altogether. It makes you forget
Yeah.
everything, all the realities for that matter.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what we are all looking at. All human beings are looking at escaping at this brutal reality of human life, human existence.
Correct. Very true. With all the challenges that we are facing, that's true. Now,
Yeah.
there are many all-time favorites that you've sung and that we could ask you to sing, but we all limited to maybe just two. So, if I could ask you to please sing these two for our, listeners that are listening right now, and that is Minsare Puve from Padiyappa and Maname Maname from Rojavanam. I think those two are absolutely beautiful, sir.
Sure. Roja Vanam, Maname Maname, I don't know. I'm not. Let me see if
It's an old one,
have the lyrics.
1999. Um,
No, I know the
yeah,
song. I know
yeah.
the lyrics only. I'm not.
I think the reason why
Uh,
I chose that is because the lyrics, the meaning I think it blew everyone away. What the lyrics
yeah,
and
yeah,
whatever
yeah.
he says for actor Karthik was amazing. And obviously for Padiyappa, for Rajini sir, that was an all-time favorite.
Yeah, I'll sing Padepa first
Okay.
because I know it by heart.
Okay, I'll leave you to it.
Yeah. மின்சார பூவே பெண் பூவே மெய் தீண்ட வேண்டும் என்னோடு வாராய் என் ஆசையோசை கேளாய் மாலையில் பொன் மார்பினில் நான் துயில் கொள்ள வேண்டும் காலையில் உன் கண்களில் நான் வெயில் காய வேண்டும் சகியே 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 என் மீசைக்கும் ஆசைக்கும் பூசைக்கும் நீ வேண்டும் மின்சார பூவே.
Beautiful. I could sit here and listen the whole day. If you know the other one, sir.
Other one, of course, I think I've got my phone on, so I think. மனமே மனமே தடுமாறும் மனமே உள்ளுக்குள்ளிருந் உள்ளுக்குள்ளிருந்தே உயிர் கொல்லும் மனமே பெண்ணை பார்க்கும் பொழுது நீ சிறகு விரிக்காதே பிரிந்து போன பிறகு நீ சிந்தையும் நீ சிதையும் வளர்க்காதே மனமே நீ தூங்கிவிடு என்னை நினைவின்றி தூங்கவிடு மனமே மனமே தடுமாறும் மனமே உள்ளுக்குள் இருந்தே உயிர் கொல்லும் மனமே. Actually, this is what we were talking about
Yeah.
just some time back. மனமே மனமே தடுமாறும் மனமே உள்ளுக்குள் இருந்தே உயிர் கொல்லும் மனமே. So you are worried. So when you listen to a song, you're not worried. No? So
it's like what you just did for me right now. Just by singing, you made us all forget our worries for that moment. But it's been an absolute pleasure. No, you do, sir. And the Makkal here adore your music, and we once again want to say thank you so much. May the Almighty bless you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and may God bless you for everything. And we would love to see you here soon, but we will definitely keep in touch. Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks, Revati. Thanks so much.